Welcome back to Women's Special Express. We are in conversation with Sunila Shringarpure-Pradhan, who was India's first woman in the bodybuilding field, and now she is also a very good fitness coach pursuing her IT career as well as the family life. And she's here with us to discuss on the fitness fundas and the lifestyle. So when the bodybuilding subject comes, everybody is scared of, steroids. That if you have to go for that sport, probably you have to take steroids, and that might affect your female biology. And a lot of myths around. So can you just scientifically give us some explanation that, people can take out this myth from their mind?
So there is always two ways. There's a natural way and there is an unnatural way. Steroids is the unnatural way. When I was going into this bodybuilding field, obviously my parents were also worried about the same thing because if you have to look bulkier, if you have to look, you have to boost that muscle up basically, right? And at that time, at least, that was the only way.
Hmm.
Now science has improvised and improved to what amazing levels is you do not need to take steroids in a way. At the same time, your body is really has to go through a rigorous workout, I mean, to even boost that muscle to grow from half an inch to 1 inch.
Hmm.
It's a lot of effort, guys. I mean, it's not easy. Let me put it the other way down. If you guys want to burn out your fat, how easy is that? Not easy, right? It's the same way. It's even harder than burning fat. So think about it. Because the muscle is under the fat layer. So you have to first burn the fat layer and then pump up the muscle to bring it out, right? So it's even harder. So think about it. From the steroids perspective, that's where even I was really reluctant about. And my coach was also very clear that you're not going to take any steroids, but whatever you can, you are going to build your body just based on natural foods and workout, which means translates into hard work. Simple, nothing else. I would give another example of Premchand Dograji, one of senior bodybuilders of India. He's also in the Limca Book of Records. Rather, he's a international bodybuilder. And you have to think in his 1950s, I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about 1980s, 1990, 1950s. That's when he was an international bodybuilder. So he just put in all the effort with only hard work, blood and sweat. So, which means it is possible without steroids. The path to it is much longer, much hard, and but rewarding. So it's up to you where you want to go. And I mean, now I can say that in this current age, in this century right now, I would say there's even much more better foods available. There's so much scientific stuff which is advanced specifically for bodybuilding. So you can train pretty hard and supplement yourself with additional foods or additional some workout products that you can boost your body. And those are still natural products as well. And they help you in your bodybuilding journey. So it's much better now, I would say, and much safer and cleaner. So
Oh, yes, yes. It's a cleaner approach. That's what we all are looking forward to for
yeah.
bodybuilding. Well,
Yeah.
to the bodybuilding fact, if not steroid, how about the non-veg? If I know correctly, you are a vegan. So how come all these things can still relate and get balanced out?
So actually, I would say that I was a non-veg eater at one point of time. Yes, in our community or caste system, whatever, right? Yes, we support eating non-veg, fish, everything, lovely food, no problem there. But after a certain while, actually, so while I was doing bodybuilding back in India, I was eating eggs and chicken for sure, but still, I didn't as much enjoy it. After coming here to the US, I think my food habits just drastically changed in a way that I really didn't get any. good feeling after eating meat, and it just stopped around 2000 2001 time frame, and it has stopped ever since. So I think I was only doing dairy, like, which is like yogurt and milk, maybe paneer at that time. But I think in the last 10 years, that's the time I went vegan. And um, that was for a reason, because I kind of saw some things on TV. I saw the GMO effect, the like how they kind of boost up the animals and everything. So I really felt really sad for them, and I went vegan. So I didn't know um, I really didn't know the future for bodybuilding at that time. But right now, there are so many bodybuilders who are vegan by birth, and they are in their 25, 28 years old,
Mm,
and they look amazing. You won't even believe they have been vegan for whole life.
mm,
And I would say we are in a country where things have progressed so much,
mm,
and I'm blessed to be in California, where vegan is like, around about any corner
mm.
stuff that you get. So I think, it all is all good, and I'm so glad that if there are actually vegan products as well, like even for bodybuilding, for if you have to take all those workout products, there are vegan products. So it's amazing. The vegan community is so huge, so you don't need to have any protein, actually any animal protein. Rather, the facts now have been found. Rather, 2 years back, this this documentary film on Netflix made actually a lot of ripple about vegan and vegetarian and non-vegetarian. It kind of showed how veganism or vegetarianism is good over non-vegetarianism, because of the fact that any animal products that you consume, our bodies are not really made to consume animal products, and we are totally herbivorous animals in a way. And so it's best for us. And the minute and to see that change in me to be vegan and have mostly only like green foods or fresh foods and things, now I see the huge difference that my energy levels are very high. It gives a different mindset. It completely is very different, I would say. It has helped so much that I don't think I will go back to meat anytime. Rather, I feel most topmost athletes nowadays are going vegan. um, Virat Kohli went vegan some time back, right? A lot of the boxing athletes, they are going vegan, and they have now seen the value in veganism, or even vegetarianism. And it's amazing. I mean, it's one of the biggest thing is it'll keep you away from all the diseases. The other thing is the energy levels are much higher. The assimilation of all the foods in your body is even faster and easier because it's natural to you. And I mean, so many more benefits I can't even say.
That's wonderful. There is another myth that attached to the bodybuilding. Like people say, if you have a body, you might not have a brain, and you have proved it certainly wrong. You are a science student. After that, you even did the masters in computer management. You have landed up in the IT industry, doing a wonderful job. And apart from that, you were doing bodybuilding. Not just that, but you have learned the Kathak for 10 years, I believe, uh, with the Prabha Maratheji. And
Yeah.
after that, it's not just stopping there. You are a good drummer. I know I have seen that huge show in the Bay Area. Then you are also acting in the dramas. So, what not you're doing? There is a brain, there is a beauty, there is a mind, there is body, everything. How this balance is coming together and moving to take up these hobbies.
I mean, I would just say I don't have any contribution to this, to what I have, what I've been given. I can just be thankful and be in gratitude for it. Sorry, I'm tearing up because one thing actually, I would definitely thank my parents, because my parents kind of have really given me a good life in a way that they always boosted me up to um, do things which are outdoors and to keep me active. And I grew up in Pune, is a nice place where you kind of get exposed to all these things. And not just exposed, but I'm glad that they gave me that opportunity, because I don't know how many people still being in Pune got that opportunity. Because every single summer camp that I went to, every single winter camp that I went to was about adventure. So I learned archery, I learned horse riding, I learned, rappelling, rock climbing, every single damn thing. And I'm so glad. And I got into hiking and trekking at the age of 10 in my fourth grade, fifth grade.
Mm.
And then I got into Himalayan hiking, which is for about 21 days, 25 days every summer. I used to be there. So I think they were the ones who really directed me to have. They exposed me to different areas of life, what life can be. At the same time, obviously, because I'm a girl, I have to do something creative, right? And my mom, I would say that she enrolled me for Kathak classes, which I really loved and I really love still. And Kathak is one graceful dance, and I really recommend um, kids there to learn dance, some form of classical dance, because that really brings out your gracefulness in the body. It's not just haphazard movements. So it's a different kind of grace that comes to you. And a good example is Madhuri Dixit herself. Can't beat her in dance, right?
Yeah.
Nobody, her expressions, her body language, it's just amazing. I don't think I have come across any other dancer like her, because again, she's Birju Maharaj's disciple, and Prabha Maratheji is Birju Maharaj's disciple as well,
Mm.
my teacher. So I'm glad that I got that. And that's how, I think life should be full of this energy and music, dance, and anything which you do with passion that just energizes you. And I think drumming at the same time as well, while I was in India, it wasn't as big enough for girls. Again, the girls concept was different.
Yeah.
Now it's like so many women are there, girls are there in drumming, right, back in India. So once I am here, I got the opportunity, and thanks to Spartan, the group who gave me that opportunity, and I just went into it like, and I love it so much. Again, I feel that music that beats inside me. That I've learned over so many years, or even the dance. So that has rhythm inside you, and that rhythm, when it comes in that drumming, I think I just enjoy it, and people love to see me enjoying it as well.
Yeah.
That's how I have heard about it. Um, and I think, yeah, be creative all the time, I feel. And then obviously, I guess I kind of set my bars high, I feel, because I was exposed to so many things.
Mm.
And I feel like I should keep on continuing to do things. And apart from that, IT is something, yes, you need to earn a living, you need to have something which really kind of supports all these things, otherwise you are not able to do these things, right? So and I guess my parents, they initially were like, you want to become a doctor or an engineer? And I was always like, no, I don't want to become a doctor, I don't want to become an engineer. I was, I think, always like, as I said, I was dead on what I really liked. And I told them I don't know what I want to do right now, so I'm just going to continue my bachelor's.
Mm.
uh, but they never forced me, and I'm so glad that they did not, because I found my own passion. And eventually, uh, the key for parents is only one thing, they want to see their kids happy, successful, and make a good living. They are on the right path and everything. That's exactly what they want. And what they knew of those paths at that time was being an engineer and being a doctor. They did not know about anything else at that time. So that's how they guided you. But if you know of something, and if you are confident, and if you are making your own decisions to know where you want to go, you can be there. And there are so many stories like that. It's just not me, right? And the main thing is, yeah, obviously, once you start doing these things, you just start getting that confidence. And just build your confidence and keep on going. keep on doing what you need to do. So I need a job, yes, to do these things, to have a good lifestyle. So yes, I will have good marks, I will get a good job, I will work well, and at the same time, this balance should be also there, because that is life. Working is not just life. I mean, maybe for some it may be, going, but for me it's not. Maybe I have not found that yet.
So at one point of time, I mean, you were a mother, and not just a mother, but after that, as the normal woman put on the weight, you also had put on a good amount of weight. And then coming back to what we see now is a far different story. So, how did you hit that bell curve back again? Considering how you were in your 20s, and, what were your dreams, and then finally you ended up as a family person. And of course, everyone has to, find out their own balance. And you found out like, yes, now is my time for the family, and giving that as a priority. So how did you end up working back again? Because it's quite a different scenario. Because when somebody starts putting on a weight, and then even dreaming about bodybuilding back, or coming to the fitness lifestyle back, is a very challenging situation, especially for the mothers who are here in US, who have to do multiple jobs at one hand. How did you decided and moved on to the consistent path on it? So we definitely want to know that magic wand that they need.
I would definitely say that how badly you want it. That is the first question to ask yourself. How badly you want to be fit? How badly you want to get something? When we are kids, I want to stress an example. Like, you want an ice cream, right? You want that mango ice cream. And the kid will come up with 10 different ways of how badly the ice cream he can get, right? And he will get it at the end of it. Whatever he will do, chalugiri, he will do, like something. He will, he'll talk somebody else into it. He'll maybe go to the grandmom, something, right? But he will get it. So he badly wants it. It's the same feeling. How badly you want to get into it, right? That is the motivation behind it. There's nothing else. Not because I want to show you how beautiful I look, how sexy I look, how strong I look. No, it's for me. And one of my eye opener was, yes, I had put on like a lot of pounds. That was a lot of pounds for me, because I went from 120 pounds to 180 pounds, which is a lot of weight. And when people say, oh, but you were pregnant, I said, no, that's not the reason. I can give 100 reasons why it became 180. But the reason is, if you want to be pregnant, even the doctors tell you here, put on about 15 to 20 pounds, 25. 60 pounds is not what they recommend, right? So something went wrong there completely, which means, yes, I had to walk it back. And what happened is, at one point of time, obviously my daughter, she was like about 2 years of age, and with my weight that I had put on, I had started getting knee pain, ankle pain. I think this is probably very common that everybody says, right? I have a back pain, I have a heel pain, whatnot, right? But I realized that it was only because I had put on so much weight, because your body is not used to taking so much weight at some point. And obviously, after a pregnancy, after a delivery, your female body starts giving out calcium. It starts depleting very fast. And all that taken into consideration, I started my journey back. Again, started doing even 20 minutes. I would get so tired by running, jogging, or even, doing any kind of activity. I was getting tired. And I'm like, Sunila, this is not you. This is not you. Well, I have talked in my interviews while I was being a bodybuilder in India. I have talked about, how females gain weight and they look fat and they look ugly and they have flab, they get diabetic, they get whatnot, right? And I'm like, Sunila, that was you talking about it, and you are in the same boat. That's not ideal, right? I mean, it's very easy to say that, oh, they got fat. Now I know why, but I have to work it backwards. So the only things that helped me at that time were all my articles that were published for bodybuilding. It gave me that confidence back that I can do it still. I would say there is not even a lot of times there are a lot of hurdles that come, right? Personal hurdles, financial. I mean, let it be a lot more. But again, how badly you want it is the key. Your journey towards it may not be in 5 years. If you want it to be in 2 years, it may not be, but your journey, you have started on that journey. So
Mm.
it's just continuous process. Again, I keep on saying. And at that same time, while I was working out to get back on track in my weight, reducing my weight, uh, the first thing I got was a meniscus tear on my right knee. So I
Mm.
had to go through a surgery. And that was, I was barely 34. And I'm like, while you know how we have so many Indians in the Bay Area, right? And I'm at one of the Costco, and obviously I'm with my crutches, and I look young, and I'm sitting on that wheelchair where they go in the, you know, where they have the
Mm.
cart attached to it, and then people are looking at me like that. I'm like, oh, she looks young, but you know, she's on the wheelchair and whatnot, right? So you get those eyeballing, you know, things. And that was an eye opener for me. I said, being in this country where you have very bare minimum help, where you have only two people, yourself and your other part, to help, you know, I think that's something I'm doing wrong at this age. 33 and 34. I said this was a wake up call for me. And it took like a year for me to completely get back on my feet with my surgery, because it was quite a long surgery and a complicated one. It took me almost a year to get back to even walking properly or running and you know things like that. So that was a really kind of it hit me hard. And I said, no, this is not you. So I have to get back, and that was my journey, where I started back. But even when you started a journey, things are not fine, right? Things are not that easy, because everybody wants your time. My kid wants my time. My husband wants my time. My work wants my time. And then it comes the time where you have to be a manager of your own time and how you manage your time. And that's what I heard from a couple of my friends who were doing their MBA. I said, what is an MBA? Should I do an MBA? They're like, no, you know what? I think most of it, you have to understand how you can manage time. I said, seriously? I said, okay. So I think that's some of those tips I took from them. And then, and maybe it's not just that, okay, but that's one part of it. But the first thing that I realized, that I have to start managing my own time, and I have to put myself as a priority. Our Indian culture does not set ourselves as a priority. We have to look for everybody else first, and then your turn comes. And I said, no, this is so wrong. If I am hurt, if I am injured, if I cannot do anything, everything falls apart at home, right? If I am strong, if I am everything, then everything's going to keep on moving, which means I need to make myself a priority, right? And that's exactly, I think, that hit me hard, that really set into me. And I said, I made myself a priority. And I said, what is the best time to go to the gym? Let's find out. The gym opens at 5 o'clock. Be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. So be there at 5, and you get those 2 hours in the morning, 5 to 7, because perfectly by 7, kids wake up. They have their school at 8 o'clock. You have your meetings at 8:30. Well and set. And I was always used to going in the mornings. Obviously, there were hurdles to even get up. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. You're going in a car. You're not going by bus or any rickshaw. There's no physical problem. There
Yeah.
is, like you're not like struggling. So what I mean is, we have enough reasons not to go.
Mm.
Find the reasons why you want to go.
Mm.
My reason was to be fit and make myself a priority, because if I'm not setting myself a priority, nobody else will set you as a priority.
That's so true. I mean, it's well said, and that's the right message that every mother should be looking forward to, including myself. I mean, I feel like you're just talking to me. Okay, come on, Pranali, wake up. This is your time. Otherwise, you're not gonna get up. And that's the exact thing we miss. We just don't put ourselves a priority in so many dots that we have to, connect together in the entire day. And I think that's the right message that everybody should tune into. Well, going forward, Sunilaji, there is one definite question. I mean, I definitely don't mean to regret you on anything on your journey, but this is a question that many of us will have it in mind when we know that you were the pioneer in India in the bodybuilding field as a woman. Then how come this journey got disconnected in between once the family came into the picture? Do you think that if things would have been little different, the situation you could have tuned into on a different mode, then the things would have still be fine and you could have still continued that journey? The
Yeah, it's
question.
a great question actually, but I think I have thought about this enough number of times, and not only this one, but like in a lot of other, this thing is like if this would have happened, then this would have happened. Like if then else statement, I call it like a coding language, because you're in the Bay Area. If then else statement, you can keep on doing that, but you may not get to an answer. So it's best to be happy with what you have and what you do from right now onwards. And that is exactly what I did when I got injured. I said, I shouldn't have put on this much weight. I shouldn't have done this. It's past. I cannot change it. Now
Hmm.
what can I do? I can just do one thing, is if I can keep on progressing, I need to be on this path again. And bodybuilding is such a field that it doesn't have any age limits.
Hmm.
So there is no age limit, which means things are still open for me. It's not ended. My life is still going, and it's pretty strong going,
Oh,
right?
that's a
So
wonderful
it's
way
like,
to even think about.
yeah, of course. And I mean, I can definitely say that because there are women bodybuilders who are 75 plus
Hmm.
age. So I'm not even there yet. I'm half their
Okay.
age, at least.
So we see a long way to go, and definitely,
Ah,
never know
so
where we'll be showcasing again. Well, that's
yeah, and I definitely feel, I want to push myself to a different level. Again, the hard work is a lot. Lot of things, not just the hard work. I'm not worried about the hard work. Your body also has to give you support for all those things, because there's a lot of things that go into it. There's hard work in terms of training. There's hard work in terms of following a diet. There's hard work in terms of sleep, because your sleep also, you need to get good sleep as well. So I think, at least I know the key things, what needs to be done. I have met a lot of bodybuilders, women bodybuilders, who have started their journey. I'm not even saying they have been doing. They started their weightlifting journey at the age of 55. All
wow.
right, and they look awesome. And as I said, now bodybuilding is a different game altogether than it was 30 years back. So there's a lot more support, a lot more help, a lot more knowledge, a lot more scientific research, and safe as well. So there's always a tomorrow. Let's start today.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's quite a motivating fact. And, looking at the journey backwards and regretting or something, you are just tuning in your engine for the further journey. And that's what the Sunila is all about, I think. That child is not died, and best luck to you. I'm sure we will be
Thank
seeing
you.
something different. But right now, you are definitely a fitness coach, a mentor, and you're doing a wonderful job. We have a lot to talk, but you know what? We'll just go ahead and start with our rapid fire because this conversation cannot
Wow.
end here. Definitely, for that, we have to join your boot camp and come back to you, get motivated, and do, set up some goals and, work with you. We'll definitely look forward for your challenges that are coming up. And Women Special Express will be very happy and delighted to start some challenges with you. Because that's everyone's resolution, be it in the first month of the year or be it in the middle of the year, anytime. That is the resolution that everyone wants to keep upon. But what is lacking is maybe the right guidance, maybe the right mentorship, or for some it might be the right group of people to be with. And that's what we are looking forward to partner with. So definitely we
Sure.
will come back with that. Let's move on to the rapid fire round. So are you ready?
Yeah, let's see what is it in for a store in the rapid
No,
fire
no, no.
round.
For you, it's a very simple job, I'm sure. So, which is the best medicine that you take every day?
Wow, and that's sleep, I would say,
Ah,
because I take sleep, and my second best medication is meditation.
ah,
I would say, because you won't find pills at my place. You
hmm,
won't even find a Motrin at my home.
wow.
Uh, and yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. And I try to go very natural. So if I have to take really anything, something, I will bank on, ginger and other Ayurvedic medicines that I have from India that I've been taking. So that's what I would say.
Wow. So I see a good balance, in your life. When I look at it, it's like a dream coming true for someone, going on the right natural path, doing things, and at the same time balancing yourself first so that you can balance everybody else in your home, in your community, or whoever you are with. I mean, it's a right mentor that I'm sitting in front of, I believe. And I'm sure the viewers are looking forward to such mentors right now. I think viewers, this is Sunila Shringarpure-Pradhan, and she has her own Facebook page where you can go and find out what all she's doing, what all she's busy with, and she's keeping everyone busy, whoever is, coming into her touch. She's just a magic wand to most of the friends that I've heard of. So, okay, the next question. What's the next word that comes to your mind when I say Paralympic Games?
Dedication.
Hmm.
And I really feel for it because I just so the dedication, if I am, my hands, everything's fine, I am a very fit, not fit, but at least able person, and if I'm able to do the normal things, I should be able to do even far more things. But Paralympics, I feel like they're not even able with the normal things that we consider as normal,
Hmm.
and in spite of that, they go to such tremendous levels. Just think about it. To win those Paralympic Games, I mean, that's dedication,
Hmm.
right? And I think I know a couple of bodybuilders who are, uh, they are actually paralyzed from down waist, and they are still on the top, and they are Indian bodybuilders. And it's amazing to see the dedication, because nothing else. It could be only dedication. Oh
Complete the
gosh.
following sentence. A surprising she comes with, or a surprising woman comes with, dash dash.
Aura.
Oh, complete another sentence. A key to success is dash dash.
Smile.
How? If there is any surprising visit planned for you, and that surprising guest turns out to be a Corey Everson, what will you do?
Oh my god, I'll just fall in love with her. I just love that lady. Oh gosh, sorry. I would love to work out with her. She is US US's top most respected bodybuilder, women bodybuilder, four times Olympia winner. And Olympia is like the Olympics.
Yeah.
So for some reason, bodybuilding is not part of Olympics because there is a different game. This is a game which is different. So I don't think they kind of accepted at Olympics. So we have Olympia
Hmm.
as the topmost international games, and
Hmm.
she is the one. And so Corey, uh, what can I tell about her? This beautiful lady. So she wasn't Tarzan at that time in those English movies. So she came in. She came in Wonder Woman. She came in a lot of movies like that. And that muscular, beautiful, curved lady. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. So she was the first one who my coach showed me as a bodybuilder,
Hmm.
and I was blown away. And she has that aura, as I said, right? And I've seen so many other women bodybuilders um, on obviously their pictures and everything, but there is something that talks back from her aura,
Hmm.
and that's her personality or something about her. And I kept on finding for her for some time, and then I found her on Facebook, and she has a Facebook page, and she responds back. Like it's like amazing. She is very sweet. She's in her 50s now, not even 50s, in her 60s, and she looks fabulous. I mean, she will probably, even a 25-year-old person right now, she will really, nowhere close to her. She's that beautiful. Anyway, but so she is that balance of muscular physique, at the same time strength, at the same time beauty. And on her Facebook page, when I see her, she's an artist.
Hmm.
And she is a beautiful artist. She's a sketcher, and she had some lovely sketches done. She has posted on her page. And you know what I think? It's not just being a bodybuilder, I felt like. Uh, it's the person who kind of brings up, and that's how I feel that's the aura that she imparts.
Hmm.
And Now I realize that my coach also would say that since I did dance, he said when you came on stage at that bodybuilding show, it was like a dance, and it was like very free flowing, and it was like not like, you know, it was very soft, and it had a grace and everything. So I feel, that kind of flows into you, and that brings up in your aura. So so Corey is amazing.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
it was a wonderful conversation, but I will not let you go unless you some advice. I mean, you gave so much of advice throughout, and coming out and opening this heart as it is has given us so much valuable insights. I'm sure the viewers are gonna get a good guidelines on this. Be it a woman, be it a man, whoever it is wants to pursue, and stay fit and make everyone fit around. I think this is the right coach to tune in right now, and I'm so happy, so wonderful to converse with you on such a close proximity right now. I mean, since it's pandemic, it's this is the close proximity that we could get into.
Ah,
And definitely, I myself are looking forward for your boot camps and the next sessions. They're wonderfully crafted, and I can't believe that you're doing a job and doing this the evening, morning, and then some weekend activities, going for cycling for so many miles. Oh, it's challenging, I would say. Um, but again, the other fact is you have crafted your time well to do that. So the best advice question that I have for you is, uh, since you have, pursued yourself into so much unusual frames, you have put yourself into, and try to be consistent wherever you are. So whoever wants to pick up any unusual sport, unusual field to pursue as their career, or pursue as their even hobby for that matter. What's the advice you would like to give it to them?
And I mean, I would say that it's not because somebody else is doing, you should do it. I always feel it should come from within. So what I'm saying is, um, kids, when they're exposed to different things, they should explore things what they love to do. You know, obviously the parents should give them guidance as to try this out. And sometimes I think it's the parents' responsibility to really see what their kid likes. And I think that is something I haven't seen, it's lacking. I mean, I have seen specifically in the Bay Area that, oh, because that kid is going, you also go for karate, you also do this, you also do that. My kid goes for 5 classes, my kid goes for 6 classes. No, it's not about 5 or 6 classes. It's not about competition. It's about what your kid likes to do,
Hmm.
right? If your kids likes to really do some kind of painting, look at his paintings, her paintings, and see how he is doing. Enroll and advance that level, because he's already gifted with it, right? Like my daughter, she's such a gifted, talented artist. She does amazing paintings. And the minute I saw, when they're kids, right, so she drew some, we went to the San Diego Zoo where she drew up from the zoo, she drew out different animals, right, rather different kinds of fish, like the whale, the sea lion, the octopus and everything. And when I see it, obviously they did not have the perfect shapes, but I could identify that yes, they are these animals, and they had the perfect colors, at least the shades and everything. And the one thing that was there was the um, proportion of each other. So the whale was the biggest, the dolphin was a little smaller, the sea lion was somewhat similar size, things like that. So that perception to put it on paper is important. So
Hmm.
you have to identify your kid's talent. And that's when I enrolled him into art classes. And the teacher was blown away with her, imagination, or even her grasping that what she had grasped.
Hmm.
Right. So that is what you need to find out for your kids. It may not be math. It may not be science. It may not be flute. It may not be drums. It's okay. We have all the resources. We are capable, being in the Bay Area, we are capable of giving your kids all the exposure. Give them, ask them to go for camps, ask them to, like, get exposed to different things. And that will give them, they will find out what their passion is. They
Hmm.
will find it, they will come to know automatically. And support them. That's what I would say. I know sometimes we don't like to give, kind of give the decision making power to our kids, because what would a kid know, right? We'll say, what would a kid know? No, they know a lot of things. And they know exactly what they want to do, so just leave them a little bit leeway. It's okay. And now I feel, at now, after so many years, I have a feeling that initially, um, we kind of think about, oh, by this age this should be done, masters done, this done, that done. I don't think that's anything any more relevant, because people, I've seen one of my senior director at my previous company, she left her top IT job, and now she's pursuing medicine at the age of 55.
Hmm.
So what I'm saying is, there are options. Specifically being in the United States, I think there are options. We have resources, we have everything. So it's okay to, give them that little space to explore.
Thank you for this lovely advice, and especially for being the parent, what to look forward and how to cultivate. The just now you said the word, we are in United States, and we should not forget that we have a lot of opportunities, and there are a lot of ways to explore at any point of time. At any age, you can explore, and that's a wonderful institutions that we are equipped with. We should be definitely using it, be it be it for your kid, be it for yourself, I think. And thank you.
Yes.
And I think when I look at you, the only word that comes to my mind is consistency. You have just not lose the path. if you're on the path, you're on the path. You cannot be here and there. And
No.
that's what I could, guess it in this whole conversation. Even before, like whenever we discuss few things, that's what I noticed, that, she's so consistent with whatever that she's taking up. Unless something is, getting dropped by itself, she is not gonna leave it. And that's the key that, viewers, we should be taking. And these guests are making us more equipped, more aware, and they have their own the training paths to open. Whoever wants to join, please join. She has her own YouTube channel, Fit Forever, and she's doing a very simple videos there. If you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, anytime between the work routine, please go ahead and tune into and start working out. They're wonderful. Not just that, she's even giving out recipes. If you fall short of the ideas, what is the healthy way to keep yourself busy with, or, instead of door dashing, what is another choice that I can make? Or she's giving a complete recipe, prep time, and, things to you. I think these are the wonderful guidelines that one can get into. The only thing is just tune in. So, viewers, if you like this guest and you would like to know, more of such kind of guest, do let me know. I will definitely take into account your all opinions. This was a guest suggested by Shraddha Tai Joglekar, and I'm so honored and happy to have her on my show. And her suggestions are so wonderful as well. If you know anyone who can inspire you, or who can inspire community, or you think that this is the field where, Women Special Express should get into, and, find out the right guest, do post your comments on. Please tune in, share, subscribe, Women Special Express show. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sunila ji. It was wonderful to have you on my show.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I think I really loved talking about it.
I let go of my claim on you. It's a free world. You look down on where you came from sometimes, but you have this place to call